Kazakhstan agribusiness has got its new 3I development model, which is investments into innovatory industrialization. This means that the network of up-to-date high-technology agricultural business is being established in the country, and even small farms are trying to apply the best world agricultural technology. Those who apply new technologies and continuously improve the process efficiency and works based on the best world standards should be working on the land. The Kazagro National Management Holding helps the agribusiness develop within the new innovatory trends in terms of improving the best agricultural standards, restart the operations at their enterprises, or to open a new one regarding modern requirements and changes. During the last 7 years alone, the holding affiliates have financed over 400 projects. 300 projects have been commissioned. All the projects are financed under the best conditions for the agricultural businesses. The loan is issued under 6% interest rate for the period of 5 to 12 years. The grace period of 2 years has also been provided. The amount of investments into these projects has made 13,800 million tenge. Within a short period of time, vegetable production in protected ground has grown by 1.5 times. Due to Kazagro, over 40% of the country's glasshouse industry is being financed. And such profitable loan facilities were very helpful and completed the Kazagro investment map, with up-to-date agricultural industries and commercial glasshouse industries being opened in the 6 regions of the country. In total, since 2006, Kazagro Finance has financed nearly 13 large glasshouse complexes for the total area of 43 hectares. One of the largest Kazagro projects is the Greenland Alatau Protected Ground Glasshouse. The vegetable oasis is spread out in Kapshigai in the Almaty area. The total area of the facility is 5.1 hectares. The design capacity is 3,000 tons a year, with a project value of 2,375 million tenge. 85% of this amount has been provided by Kazagro Finance. We started this project only in terms of financing by Kazagro Finance because the conditions that were proposed were the only acceptable ones in Kazakhstan under which it would be possible to repay such expenditures. The stock produced by the greenhouse includes cucumbers and tomatoes, along with various kinds of salads. Last year alone, 2,550 tons of vegetables were supplied to the Kazakhstan market, branded as Greenland Alatau. In its investment activity, Kazagro focuses on creating commercial dairy farms. So far, 23 projects have been carried out over the last 7 years. Modern commercial dairy farms are capable of producing 128,500 tons of milk a year. One of the first large commercial dairy farms appeared in the Rodina Agricultural Company in the Akmala area. The facility was created according to the best world standards. It was provided with German equipment and pedigree milking herds for which they have brought over 740 heads of Holstein Friesian cattle to Kazakhstan. The complete amount of the raw milk produced here is supplied to the new milk processing plant. It is a new project carried out jointly by the agricultural company and Kazagro Finance. I think this is the peak of our cooperation, which is also based on terms of co-financing with Kazagro. The amount of Kazagro financing has totaled 2 million euros. Due to such strong financial support, this hyper-large up-to-date milk factory has appeared. Product quality is monitored by state-of-the-art intellectual machines. For example, the automated system locks in case the low-quality products are used and controls the product fat content with high precision. The amount of raw product processed is up to 50 tons of milk a day. Besides milk, they also produce sour cream, yogurt, and cottage cheese. 9 egg farms and 5 meat farms have been opened in Kazakhstan. These projects will reduce the imported poultry amount by 20% as soon as they reach the designed capacity. Kazagro investment support encourages the agricultural businesses to create new poultry farms as well. 14 projects for the total amount of 15,800 million tenge have been carried out under the financial support of Kazagro. The Ordubasi Kus poultry farm from southern Kazakhstan, which is one of the best Kazagro projects, is reaching new production achievements. It is the first and meanwhile the only farm in the country which grows and produces turkey and sausages. Kaz Agro investments have totaled 4,600 million tenge so far. Design capacity of our farm is 4,880 tons of meat, and by 2015 we're planning to increase it up to 5,110 tons a year. 70% of the meat produced is consumed by the local market. 30% of it we export to Russia, particularly to the city of Moscow. Projects to develop the meat exporting potential take a special place within the Kaz Agro investment portfolio. Based on the support by the Kaz Agro Finance, 25,672 heads of pedigree cattle have been supplied to the local farms over the last 3 years alone. 59 multiplying farms have been created to reproduce the pedigree cattle, and the basics of livestock breeding were initially established in the Akmola area. 4 years ago, they opened the first multiplying farm, Kaz Beef Limited. The farm livestock today has increased 3 times. Here they breed 6,000 heads of cattle, 4,000 of which are seed stock, and the rest are high-bred offspring. The reproducer sells up to 400 pedigree cattle heads annually, for which the farmers arrange pedigree cattle auctions that has become a tradition here. It is carried out by an American method, and the best bullocks and heifers are sold at auction. To develop the Kazakhstan production export, it is required not only to provide the genetic background, but also to produce commercial meat, which is why the Kaz Agro Holding is actively investing into the construction of slaughter units and feed yards. All the Kaz Agro projects are oriented not only in the domestic market. Each of them has a huge exporting potential. The production released by our agricultural businesses has caught the interest of Moscow consumers. And aiming to establish closer ties between the local farmers and Moscow traders, they organized a special forum in the capital of Russia, which was called Kazakhstan Regions and Moscow, expanding cooperation. And on this dialogue platform, Kaz Agro National Holding honorably represented the farmers' interest. More than 90 Kazakhstan farms arrived to present their exporting capacities, and the majority of them were the holdings projects. Such a roadshow of our agricultural capacities helped conclude profitable contracts with Moscow and increase the amount of Kazakhstan production deliveries. We see that the Moscow consumers are interested in premium class beef, and we see that they are interested in turkey. And they confirm the possibility to deliver vegetables grown in protected ground for a retail network in Moscow. So the product labeled as made in Kazakhstan has now become a quality mark. It suited the taste of even the most sophisticated Moscow consumers. It could be no other way since everything is produced using the latest technology and authorized according to all the world's standards. Such a breakthrough achievement by the agribusiness is the best investment traditions of Kaz Agro.